Okay, you guys, so in here you have to put the coordinate pairs in the correct section or correct quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4, and also none. So use this slide right here to help you determine the correct location. So let's go ahead and start with negative and negative. If you look at the slide, negative and negative is quadrant number 3. X is negative, Y is negative. So let's go ahead and move this one and to quadrant number 3. So let's go ahead and try this strategy. Since we already know that all of our negatives and negatives are going to be in quadrant 3, let's just locate all of the negatives that are pairs. Negative, negative, that's a pair, so that's quadrant 3. Let's see. Negative and negative, that's another pair, so that's also going to be in quadrant 3. Let's see, is there another one? S is also a negative and a negative. So all these are going to be located in quadrant number 3 because the X, because the X is negative and the Y is negative. Let's go ahead and do the next one. So the next one says that 8 is X and Y is 0. So if you look at the quadrant plane, X, it's the horizontal, and you're going to move to the right because 8 is positive, so 8 is here, but you're not going to go up and you're not going to go down because Y is 0. So that means that you are in none. So let's go ahead and look for the same pattern. If any of the coordinate pairs are a 0, they're not going to be in the quadrant because they're either moving to the left, to the right, or on either of their quadrants. So this one, for example, this one, it's not moving to the left, it's not moving to the right because X is 0. It's only going up because 6 is positive, so it's not in the quadrant. This one as well. It's only going to move to the right because 6 is X and it's to the right of the origin, but it's not going to go up and it's not going to go down. So it's not going to be in the quadrant, so it's going to be in none. It's just going to be on the actual line, the x-axis. This one also has a 0, so this one is not going to be in a quadrant. Against negative 6, so it's going to be on the left of the origin. So here's negative 6, but it's not going to go up and it's not going to go down because, as you can see here, Y is 0. And 0, 0 is just the origin, which is this spot right here, the middle. Okay. Now, we already put all the coordinate pairs with 0, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have positive 2 and negative 7. So X is 2, Y is negative 7. So that's going to be positive 2 is right here, and then negative 7 is down here. So that's in quadrant number 4. So let's go ahead and move quadrant number 4. Any coordinate pair that has positive and negative, like this. Okay. So positive and negative, D is in quadrant 4. Positive and negative, E is in quadrant 4. Let's see. Positive and negative, P is in quadrant 4. Positive and negative, R is in quadrant 4 as well. Now let's go ahead and go to the next one. Positive 4, positive 2. So looking back from the origin, here is positive 4. What was the coordinate? And positive 2. So your dot would be here, so it's in quadrant 1. So that means that the pattern is that all of the ones that are positive, positive, are going to be in quadrant 1. Okay, this one's a negative and a positive, so that's not it. But T is a positive, so that's in quadrant number 1. L is also quadrant number 1 because both are positive. So now that leaves us with M, N, and J. Negative and positive, negative and positive, negative and positive. Okay, well, let's try and find the plot for J. So here, -1 is to the left of the origin. +4, it's here, so it should be plotted here. So that's quadrant number 3. My mistake, that's quadrant number 2. So let's go ahead and drag them to quadrant number 2. So negative, comma, positive, it's going to be quadrant number 2.